bits.
Welcome to the Pickled Olive, Dave.
Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pickled Olive here in Woolton, Liverpool itself. My name is Dave of Emporia Brands, the importer of Père Magloire, and we are here to celebrate its 200th anniversary, its 200th birthday, with some fantastic cocktails from Elliot here at, like I say, the Pickled Olive. So Elliot, do you want to give everyone an idea what the Pickled Olive is all about?
Well, I could tell you over the last 12 months, Dave, to be fair. It's not really been anything for the last 12 months, but no, usually high-end cocktail bar, really good products, really good spirits, great service,
And creativity.
Creative, yeah, very much so, yeah.
Which is one reason why I wanted to get the Pickled Olive involved with our webinar here today, to showcase their creativity when it comes to Calvados, obviously Père Magloire. We have 4 different serves that Elliot's going to showcase today. So do you want to crack on the very first one?
Yeah, so I just wanted to twist basically on classic cocktails.
Okay.
So it's nothing too experimental, so everyone can replicate these at home. You can get them from the Whiskey Exchange.
Yep.
Buy the products, make them at home. Nothing's too avant-garde, what we usually do, but yeah, so you can just replicate these at home and just appreciate the Calvados. Yeah.
Fantastic, sounds good. We are going to put all the recipes at the end of this online, so don't worry too much. If it sounds fantastic and just taking it all in, the recipes will be there as well for you. So,
yeah,
what is our first one?
So, the first thing we'll do is a twist on a Negroni.
Oh, I do love a Negroni.
Yes,
yeah.
But it was going to be slightly different though.
Okay.
So we've switched some ingredients in, switched some ingredients out. It's a simple one to make. So first of all, we're going to start off with the mixing glass.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're just going to chill this first. Just give that a little swell. Just bring it down to temperature.
Okay. So obviously I do love a Negroni, so you're keeping the gin, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Which have you gone for?
Monkey 47.
Monkey 47?
Yeah, because it's a big boy. It's a big boy, yeah.
It is a big boy, you're right.
It'll kick you in the shins and you will respect it, so yeah. So just let that chill down a little bit. Get my jigger here. So you know, I've not made a drink for 12 months.
I was going to say, this is the downside. I'm quite looking forward to having a drink in a bar legally, of course.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to feel about this. It's basically like going back to primary school after the summer holidays. So when you can't write, you can't keep in the lines. Yeah, so this is going to be this. So this is going to be the first drink for 12 months that I've made. Done a couple of takeaway things, but nothing great. So we're going in 25, 25, 25. Classic Negroni mix.
So obviously, which Père Magloire are you using for this one then?
So this is the Pommeau.
Pommeau?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
why have you used the Pommeau then? Obviously the Negroni, you could have used the VS, the VSOP, but did the Pommeau sort of offer something different?
I just thought we could switch this in for the Martini Rosso or Red Vermouth.
Okay.
And then obviously for the Campari, we're switching it for Cynar. So it's artichoke liqueur. And this is really dry, really bitter. It's, I don't know, it's full of flavour, but it wakes you up, you know, it's...
I do like to be waiting by the drink.
It's more of an espresso rather than a chai latte, you know what I mean? It's got teeth in it, it's got bites. So as you see, I've got all my glasses chilling for the drinks. I think it's really important to chill glassware.
Yep. Any particular reason why, for anyone at home who's maybe not used to making cocktails at home?
Just because if you put one food on a cold plate, the food's going to go.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the reverse round. So if you put a cold drink in a warm glass, then the temperature's going to rise. You're not going to reach the flavours that you really need to appreciate the drink.
Yeah.
So I think I always chill my mixing glasses. I don't chill tins because that's more it's more of a brutal chilling of the drink, so you don't really need to chill those.
Makes sense. So what sort of flavour profiles are we expecting when you pour this into the glass? We've got a bit of artichoke there, we've also got the Calvados Pommeau, we've got a bit of Monkey 47, we're obviously 47 different botanicals within it.
Yeah.
So it's what's the first flavour profile I'm going to expect to get from here?
Dryness.
Dryness?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to get a real tannic dryness from the Cynar. This will bounce around your mouth at first. then you'll get a little bit of the Monkey 47, and then you'll get a roundness of the Pommeau. So I think it really does the drink justice.
Beautiful.
Feels so weird, huh? It's just like, I feel like I'm gonna have to get stabilisers when we actually finally reopen. And the garnish for this, is it dehydrated apple?
Carrying on the apple theme, I like it.
Yeah. So it's nice. So it'll just give you a little smell of dehydrated apple.
It's a beautiful Pommeau Negroni.
Yeah, Pommeau Negroni.
Cheers, ladies and gents. Oh, you do get the Pommeau coming through quite nice, but you do get the artichoke aroma as well.
Yeah, it's just very dry, very tannic. It's a grown-up drink. It's not.
It's a very grown-up drink.
Yeah.
But actually quite light and fragrant at the same time.
Yeah, very light.
Pommeau shines through, the gin definitely.
Yeah.
And you do get the balance of the Cynar as well. Cynar,
Cynar. All right.
It's going to the head already. Well, that's a really good start, Eric. Really good start.
Yeah, you like that? So it's just very easy to replicate at home. It's 25, 25, 25. Stir down. If you don't have a mixing glass, then you can have
Pint glass?
a jug.
Yeah.
A jug. Everyone's got a Pyrex jug for gravy, haven't they? Yeah. So you can use a Pyrex jug. Party ice, and you're there. That's all you need. So now we're going to move on to a sidecar rift.
Oh, okay. I do like a good sidecar.
I love a sidecar. So obviously this is cognac week. People are more familiar with cognac, but what we're doing is we're switching out. We're using Calvados, and we're just seeing what different flavours happen. So this one is going to be in a tin. Okay. Yeah? Yep. I was going to do some flavouring then, but I thought
no. Just in case people
are
watching.
Just in case people are watching. It's far too dangerous. Okay, so let's back up my keep the glass chilled.
So obviously you're swapping out the traditional cognac element for which bottle?
Yeah. So we're doing VSOP.
Père Magloire VSOP. Okay.
Yeah. It's lovely. I love it. I love a Calvados. I love Armagnac, I love cognac, I just love all the...
I was going to say, because there's a good presence of French spirits here at the Pickled Olive. Obviously, we've done a lot of things at Père Magloire with National Calvados Week here the last couple of years as well. So you've really embraced the sort of, I suppose, the characteristics of what French spirits can offer.
Yeah, so like I was slightly disappointed with Brexit, because I feel like we've stepped back from them.
We sort of put it afar a little bit,
put it afar, but like, I miss you, Europe. Come back. So we're going with the VSOP, and then we're going to do 25ml of Cointreau. It doesn't have to be this brand of triple sec.
So you're talking triple sec in general, could be Grand
Marnier.
Still keeping it French, I suppose, aren't we?
Yeah, keeping it French. You could use Grand Marnier.
Pere Fouettard dry carousel?
That would be perfect.
Yeah, okay.
That's got like an Ace flavour to it that is worked really well with it. But we've just gone for Cointreau. We've gone for Cointreau. So then we go in. So we've gone 35-25, so 60ml of alcohol.
Yep.
So we're going to do a classic 842 of alcohol, sour, sweet.
Sweet.
So we're going to go in with 30ml of super. So Supasawa. We've started using Supasawa in the last, 18 months. We've not used it for 12 months. But
any particular reason why you started using that?
We just found that it's really hard to squeeze 5 litres of citrus juice from fruit.
True.
We found it's a little more convenient, and we found that we didn't have the waste, and it was easier, and it tastes really good.
So it's got a bit more sustainability towards it.
Yeah, it's got more sustainability to it, because it was literally a bin bag of lemons and limes that we're throwing in the bin every week, and we don't have it from this. So and it's always like, it's consistency, so it's always going to taste the same. Which
is obviously what you'd expect at a bar, especially new cocktails that use something like Père Magloire. You want that consistency of
of course you do, yeah. So we've used Supasawa. Now we're going in with William Fox Wine. I find this is really well balanced for drinks. Just works great with everything. They've got some great flavours, but this is
the go-to.
Yeah. Oh, at the Pickled Olive, we don't use too many flavoured syrups. We tend to do things in-house, so with cordials, tinctures, we tend to do things our own way. But we're just going to go with 15ml of this. So, as going back to the 8:4:2 ratio.
Obviously with Vieux, you don't see it too much. No,
well, you're not going to see Vieux in this one, Dave. That's going to be the last string.
That is the last string.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, you get ahead of yourself.
Sidecar.
Sidecar.
You don't see too many sidecars or Vieux on the menu anyway. Right, it's embracing its shape.
I can't believe I can still do that, you know.
So you don't see too many sidecars or Vieux. There's one coming up.
Yeah, there's one coming up
on the menu. So is this a go-to at the Pickled Olive? Do you recommend a sidecar to anyone who likes the French spirits, or cognac, or in this case Calvados?
I do. With sidecar especially, we've started working with more Spanish brandies, brandies from Jerez.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just we've just gravitating towards Spain. See, the Pickled Olive is olives you can get from most countries, but we're starting to gravitate a lot more to Spain.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know why. So like when we opened, we said we weren't going to be a theme. We weren't going to be anything. We were going to be non-descriptive.
Yeah.
We were just going to be a blank canvas, and our drinks would do the talking. But no, lately we've started to gravitate more to Spain.
Interesting. Is it down to the flavour profiles? As obviously your customers are asking and requesting certain things, or you're just expanding your own knowledge at the same time?
Well, my parents live in Spain, so I think it's that influence that I get that I like in Spain. But when you're there, it's completely different to the Pickled Olive.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm liking that. So it's good. Obviously, your own experiences influence the sort of products you stock. Obviously, you've said already you're a huge fan of Calvados, so Père Magloire is a natural fit for here. But also the flavour profiles you see when you go on holidays or with your parents, you're sort of bringing that culture back here to the Pickled Olive itself.
Yeah, sort of. But I don't know. It's a strange one, really. We're seeing there's a high confidence Spanish products that make the sound. Anything else? You're looking at me like
I was waiting for the heckle.
No, she's looking at me there in the corner. Okay, so we've gone for a sidecar, so we've used the VSOP with this, Cointreau, Pere Fouettard work well with this, other brands of Cointreau work well, and then we're just going to garnish it with a dehydrated orange. So if I get my COVID safe tweezers.
Fantastic, thank you very much.
There we go. Let's see what you think of that.
Incredibly fresh, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh! You really get that tang of the apple coming through from the Père Magloire.
Yes, very much so.
You get the subtle sweetness, you get sort of the Supasawa. In fact, that's quite well balanced. It really sort of offers.
You seem so surprised that it's well balanced. Come on, it's me you're talking.
Prince Val Bumstop. But it's good because you get all the flavour profiles that you've said. You get the Cointreau, you get the orange, you get the Calvados, which is obviously the main shining star of this cocktail. But you do get that Supasawa at the back of your throat as well.
Yeah.
It really lifts up more the aromatic.
Yeah, it's very much lively there. It's very pH balanced. It's just
It's definitely in your face in a good way as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm liking that. All right, so 2 down.
2 down. 2 to go. Yeah.
What are we thinking next?
Okay, so we're going to do Pere Fouettard.
Is it a twist, or I feel like this is something from the Pickled Olive itself?
No. So this is the Pickled Olive in essence. So Pere Fouettard was a drink we did not last year, not sure last year, 2 years ago. So 2019, we did a Pere Fouettard. So we did it was sort of like a naughty Christmas menu.
A naughty Christmas menu?
Yeah, it was like a naughty, it was a naughty Christmas menu. That's what it was. So it was, rather than Christmas being all rosy and bright and stuff like that, we looked at aspects of Christmas that were a little bit shady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had things of Scandinavian countries where people would what do they call elves? Nissies. So nissies. So if you look like a craft market at Christmas, a nissie, so massive hat, big beard, it'd go around and steal people's cattle, sheep and children.
Oh right, okay. Be complete opposite to what you'd expect.
Yeah. So and then we had Pere Fouettard. So Pere Fouettard was the opposite of Père Noël.
Oh, okay.
So Kat will correct me on this. What was Pere Fouettard?
So where Père Noël, Father Christmas used to deliver presents to the good children, Père Fouettard was like a scary Father Christmas that used to visit the naughty children.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's who used to leave coal for the children.
Yeah, leave coal. So it was a dark drink.
Yeah.
But it was a really good drink. So
fantastic. Well, I'm definitely intrigued by this. So,
yeah.
What are the Père Magloire range you're using for this one?
So for this, we are using the VS.
The VS.
The VS.
So the entry level for Père Magloire as well.
Well, because it's a longer drink, I don't mind it. I don't mind using a VSOP or XO for something for a longer drink.
Yep.
But some people feel that if you use a higher spec Calvados and use it in a longer drink, then you're going to lose some of the characteristics. Sorry, yeah.
True.
So, but I don't get that.
I'm intrigued because obviously a lot of people who use Père Magloire VS or a VS style cognac to Armagnac to obviously Calvados here would traditionally use it for something like apple juice or tonic water.
Yeah.
So it's great to see obviously an alternative use and obviously from the name and the concept behind this cocktail, not what you'd expect as well. So
No,
I'm intrigued by this.
So this is going to open your eyes. So we're going to go in with 35 ml of the VS. And then we're going to use 25 ml of, so this is Woodford Poire William.
Which is perfect.
Yeah, which is perfect.
Still keeping it French, I like it.
Still keeping it French, yes. So this just shows you what the flavour profiles are all about. You get like a rebound off the flavours.
Right,
So
okay.
from the VS, from the Poire William, you'll get a rebound off the flavours. So and then 842, so we're going to go with 30 mils of Supasawa. It's just really good. It's really good.
So we've got a William Fox sugar syrup again.
Yeah, so William Fox plain Gomme, Casey Gomme, I believe. Sure. And then generous portion of ice. So this is going to be a longer drink.
Okay. That shake?
Quick shake. So this is on a Saturday night when you've got tickets stacked up. It's a quick shake.
So obviously you're at home looking to recreate these cocktails. For anything to shake, we maybe recommend, if you haven't got a shaker, something like a NutriBullet with the lid on, something like that. It's obviously great to sort of measure out within that as well. So anything you can put a lid on to seal the ice and of course seal the liquid inside it from escaping, perfect.
Yeah. So, I mean, this stuff isn't really expensive. It's
to pick up from supermarkets, catering shops, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you can get them plenty of places. And the fact that people have spent...
Whisky exchange, of course.
Yeah, whisky exchange. So people have spent thousands of pounds on the home during lockdown.
They have.
So they have these fantastic gardens, home bars, 20, 30 pound on some equipment, and actually don't say that because they won't come back out. We want people to come back out to bars. We are the professionals, don't listen to me. Yeah, so that's just 4 ingredients. 4 ingredients in there. Always wash your equipment after use.
So sitting alongside, you haven't put ice within this. Was it any particular reason behind that?
So, what I'm going to use with this, it's a poached pear. So it's poached with white port, cider and cinnamon.
Wow, okay.
Okay, so the flavours are are bedded into this poached pear. And it's been frozen, so that's the ice component of the drink.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Literally.
I just got that.
So yeah, this drink really champions like orchard fruit flavours, so your pears and your apples.
Fantastic.
Pears, apples, spices, stuff all. And then so we're going to use Double Dutch Spices Oakwood.
Yep.
So it was a Christmas release.
I believe it was a handful of years ago.
4 years ago? 3 years ago?
Maybe.
3 years ago it was. Yeah, so we're using spices and Oakwood. Calvados lends itself to heavy spice flavours, and this was just perfect for it. So there's no ice in this drink. It's just a case of voila.
Fantastic. Very much. Presentation on that one. Obviously you get, as you'd expect, the pear. You get the Double Dutch Spices and Oakwood coming through quite nicely, but you do get that underlining of the Pere Magloire as well, which is good.
And at home, if you haven't got a pear, you can just fill your glass with ice.
No, you can fill a glass with ice.
Very effervescent.
Yes.
Very refreshing as well.
Yeah, it's sort of like December, 12 o'clock.
Midday or midnight?
Midday. Midday.
It also work well in the summer as well.
It does work well in the summer.
Well, this is the thing, because I know a lot of people who try Calvados at home, they do have maybe that expectation of cooking.
Yeah.
And very, very simple drinks from a dusty bottle that maybe lacks the creativity.
Yeah.
And that's not down to, obviously, the Pere Magloire or any of the other brands of Calvados out there. It's down to more the fact, that historical element. We know we've seen it in the grandparents' cabinet, and there is that sort of stigma perhaps around it. And the fact you can only really have it in winter. But something like these drinks, so far, it's very, very summer driven, especially the last one.
Yeah, of course. So you've got pre-drinks with the Negroni twist, actually with the meal, with the sidecar. That you can drink that in a hot tub at home.
Hot tub at home.
I'd be quite
I can do
happy.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get that. So it's people always go to Prosecco for fizz drinks, and you can do your own spritzes.
Yeah.
And 2 years ago, spritzes were massive in the industry, but no, you can just make things that are just, because you would never think sitting at home, I'll just drink a Calvados on its own.
True.
You would put something that's got some bubbles with it, and then it makes it more appealing to the mass market.
I can see that. Yeah. Fantastic. So. The last one, I kind of gave it away a little bit before. We've got the Vieux coming up next.
So Vieux Martini, Bloody Mary, Vieux are my go-to drinks.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe an old-fashioned on the end as well.
Interesting.
So what we've done, so Vieux was obviously New Orleans, the old square. So it's where you've got American whiskey meeting French cognac.
Yeah.
So we've switched out the cognac and we've put a Calvados in there.
Which is a brand new one. It was only released in the UK back in January as well.
In January, yeah. So I was very excited to try it, and it just did everything that I wanted to.
Fantastic. So the brand we're talking about here is what we call the Verger. It's a French terroir liqueur. Want to showcase the bottle?
Yes,
one of the very first times a lot of people will ever see this here in the UK. So it is made by Pere Magloire itself, and it has flavours like cherry, obviously apple in there, and of course peach. So what was your ideas? Obviously we know the history of the Vieux now, but you swapped out the cognac for the Verger?
For the Verger, it had this little spark in it. It was like full of flavours, full of just popping in your mouth. So I just thought, take the cognac out, put this in. When we first made it, we had flavours of coconut.
Really?
But we didn't know where that came from at all.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So when I make it for you now, see if you can taste any coconut, but I didn't know where it came from.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So we've gone for a rye.
Yep.
Instead of a straight whiskey, so we've gone for a rye. It's just got a bit more of a backbone, so it's fairly sweet. So you just need something to stand up to it.
Sound good.
Right, and we've took out Benedictine, and we're going to put in the King Ginger, because we just think with apples, pears, cherries, there was spiciness just works a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's going more down the baking route, so you know, you put a bit of cinnamon or nutmeg or something like that, just brings out the flavours a bit more.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So, are you ready, yes?
I am ready.
You are ready. Okay, so this is a stir down drink again. Alright, I forgot to wash that before. So, it's going to be Woodford Rye, 25 mils.
Okay.
And then we're going to use Verger, 25 mils. Sorry, this is Rosso, not Verger. Finally, Verger, 25 mils.
25 mils.
Yeah. And then we're going to use 7.5 ml of the King Ginger. Just the spices, just bring it all together. So you can replicate this at home quite easily. Very easy to do. Mixing glass, spoon, a basket.
If you haven't got a jigger, for example, at home, you can always use an egg cup as well.
An egg cup, a shot glass. You can. It's actually surprising what you can actually do at home when you find out that you haven't got something. So.
And all the ingredients you've seen so far, including the 4 bottles of Père Magloire, so the VS, the VSOP, the Pommeau, and of course the brand spanking new Verger, are all available on the Whisky Exchange as well.
Yeah, Whisky Exchange is great. It's got a great variety of spirits that you can get there. We use it quite often for our tasting evenings. You can get everything in one place, so that's really good.
And quite often on the Whisky Exchange, they have like tasting notes, so you know what you're buying. So if you're not sure of a bottle, it gives really good descriptions. And
I can say Rebecca, who works in the office, who I converse with over email, she's very good. A very nice girl, very prompt on her delivery, and
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, what I will say is, obviously this is going out on the Thursday. On the Friday and Saturday we have 2 more Père Magloire webinars that you must check into. The first one is going to be all about Père Magloire and the experience of Calvados in Normandy itself. We're going to have a distillery tour, and of course we also have an opportunity to get yourselves involved with a VIP tasting. So make sure you've got your tasting pack delivered and ready in time to join in with Père Magloire themselves and Dawn Davis of Speciality.
Well, I think what people have seen with lockdown, that obviously everyone moved to online shopping, so people didn't go to stores, which is quite sad, and but it just shows you what you can get. You can get everything all in one swoop.
And you just added a couple of dashes of bitters as well.
Yeah, so it's 2 dashes of orange bitters, 1 dash of Angostura bitters. Just gives it more of a tannic feel.
Okay.
So there's no garnish with this drink. It speaks for itself. To be
Straight
fair.
up. Okay. I like this.
If you get the coconut flavour, that's great. But if not, then maybe it was.
It's a beautiful colour, that. Very, very nice.
Yeah, so apart from the Negroni and the Pere Fouettard, the other drinks have been straight up. They're very much the pre-prohibition style of booze forward. That style of drink. Kind of taste that and see what you feel.
Definitely boozy.
Boozy,
This
yeah.
is a great one to finish the evening
It's
off.
the pickled olive, of
It's
course.
the
Yeah,
pickled
it's pickled olive. Yeah. We're not really a shandy bar.
Oh, the Verger comes through. Very nice. Did you get the cherry?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because you said it, but I do get some
Yeah,
slight
there's something
desiccated coconut.
tropical in there
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, I don't know where that comes from.
It is very tropical, very Caribbean, which is perfect for me.
Yeah.
That's a very good shout. Very, very well balanced again. Not too sweet. I've got a natural sweet tooth, but that's not too sweet.
Yeah, I'm not really a sweet person. The cat stole all my Easter eggs today.
That's fantastic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a big thank you here to both Elliot and Kat, who have been able to host me here today at the Pickled Olive in Woolton, Liverpool. Unfortunately, you guys obviously won't be open April 12th, but you'll be open,
outside
fingers
space.
Crossed, come May.
You might see us out and about frequenting some sort of beer garden on the 12th, but...
Very true. So I want to say obviously a huge thank you for him to obviously creating hopefully some inspiring Pere Magloire cocktails, and the Verger cocktails, the brand new spirit from Pere Magloire that's been around since only just January. So do pick yourselves up some bottles from the Whisky Exchange. All the recipes you've heard today will be available to obviously purchase from the ingredients within the lists and the recipe and methods themselves online, so you can create these at home. If you do, please of course follow Pere Magloire on social media, tag us in with your best cocktail recreations, and we will share what we think is some of the most highlights of the virtual Cognac week. Until tomorrow, when we join ourselves in Normandy, I will see you then. Enjoy.